Hi, I'm Sarah Robinson. I am the owner of Fresh Concepts. Fresh Concepts is a business that is geared toward helping a variety of organizations with managerial issues, mostly derived from employee satisfaction. We know there are all these great things that come out of employee satisfaction: increased productivity, better customer loyalty, overall health, and quite frankly, overall life satisfaction. Those are the things we know. Anyone knows you go into a business, the people there you enjoy, you are happy dealing with them, and you're more likely to come back. It totally makes sense. But what's tricky is, how do you tap into that? FRESH is an acronym, which means feedback, reinforcement, emotional intelligence, servant leadership, and the human relations movement. And those are 5 concepts that are really academic concepts. They're things that everyone learned in business school, or if they were in industrial organizational psychology like me. But somehow they haven't really been integrated into the workforce the way they should be. An ideal client probably has a mid-sized company, a company that's between 100 and 500 people, although bigger companies usually have bigger human resource departments, and I can consult with the department. The person or the company that's in the biggest need is usually the company of 100 to 500, and that's because they're stretched. Their human resource department is stretched. To take on something like this means to take away from other critical things that need to be done. So I'm someone that can step in and say, hey, I'm going to do it start to finish. And I can work with your human resource department, but I can also just present, do everything, administer, feedback, be in charge of all the training, and it's a one-step process, or at least a one-step person to do it all. Obviously, you need to know where the itch is. You need to know, what is your issue? Are you concerned with morale currently, or are you just thinking, we have great morale, we want to keep it where it is? Have you had people leaving? Or are you the opposite? You're saying, we have such a great team right now, how do we keep this the way it is? So we have to find out what the pulse is, and usually there are a couple key people at every organization that kind of have a sense of what's going on right now. But the way to really figure that out is to do a survey. So we would decide on, okay, what are the things you really want to tap into? Is it loyalty? Is it job satisfaction? Is it managerial behaviors? Is it your overall mission? Do people understand what your business is about? So those are some of the questions that I try to tap into. We'll get that feedback and say, well, these are where the issues are. Maybe you need some manager training. Maybe you need to do a better job at communicating. Having some focus groups and finding out some more about that might help. But I think an employee satisfaction survey, a culture survey, is something you can do at least once a year. And that's something also you can take to your board of directors. You can take to your owners and say, listen, we're getting a little bit better every year. That's what every company wants to do. You don't have to grow by leaps and bounds and all of a sudden go from down in the dumps to number 1 in satisfaction, but you want to see growth. You want to see getting better and better every day. I really do enjoy finding out about businesses and sitting down with companies and few key people at each organization and just hearing your story. What is going on with you right now, and figure out the solution to your problem.